Hey, NASDOG, where you get the best dope on the markets. I am your host, Alan Palmer. And what are we looking at here? As a matter of fact, here, let me just show you here. This is an example of my charts here. As a matter of fact, you know what? Here, hang on a second here. Can I page down? Okay, here. See, for example, here, we're looking right here. Okay, but here, I just want to page down here. Give you an idea. This is what oh yeah, DJ. Remember this? And the Democrats, he's had 14 brain operations, which gives him apparently 14 personalities, like personalities, and just a great young man. And the Democrats could not even stand. They couldn't even stand. Anyway, sorry. We're losing the country here. Sometimes I get sentimental. June cattle here, okay, and then here's a couple more months, okay, and you say, okay, so here you'd see a couple levels here on the downside. There's one of those blue ones. Ignore the dark blue, tiny little horizontals, okay? Here's a green support. Here's a green support. This is corn, okay? So let me page through the rest of these, okay? So this is some kind of silver. That's a silver 3-minute there. See where you break through 77.1960? Okay, it's up there. It's in the right-hand column there. Okay, so there we are, $1.40 lower, and that's a 3-minute chart. So look at that. Count on the last one. One, count backwards. 2, 3, 4, 5 bars ago is when we got lower on that number after holding it. You can see we held it a couple bars there, and the time before that. Anyway, here's some grains. Upper right-hand corner, that's that big target. Man, oh man. See, I can't come out here and tell people to sell silver, okay? As a matter of fact, at 78, I was telling somebody that was short, I'm like, listen, man, there's nothing there. He goes, like, what do you got? And I'm like, there's nothing. We're at all-time highs, okay? So, so common sense, there's another shot of it in a different time frame, okay? You got up there, you broke all the way down, and then, as a matter of fact, see, so here's another thing. When you get my charts here, hang on. Okay, it opened it here. We're going to blow up here, okay, and we're going to look right down here. Tuesday, December 30th. Okay, delay, it doesn't matter. March silver, okay, Tuesday, December 30th. Yeah, this was Sunday night, okay, this was Sunday night. Okay, yeah, this was all Sunday night, and then we came in here, and then we sold off. Well, in any event here, okay, so those are some of, here's a different perspective here in silver. Okay, another one, a little bit different here. If you are, say, a longer-term trader and you get something out of there, geez Louise, I really got a lot of, I got a lot of silvers here, okay? But that's only because we've had a historic run here, and I have some people trading silver. And when it's moving, $5,000 a day, $5,000 a day range, It's, as a matter of fact, here, this morning here, let me drag this up here. Okay, so that would, here, here, and this, right here, look at this. This is nice. See this light green here, and see the red right there, okay? See that? And then you got a little trend line coming up here, okay, it's within 7 cents now, a little slightly larger because it's going up, right? This was a nice return to trend line down here. There was another one over here. I already took it off. I cleaned it up, after the first. You either buy it the first time down, depends what we're doing, though, okay? You either buy it the first time down, second time down, it either holds or folds. For example, there's nothing down here, actually, but I'm just using that as an example. Here's a pre-look. Today's the first day of the year, 2026. Oh, yeah, I reserve the right to lie. I don't do it intentionally, but I did the year-end video. I went back and listened to it, and I said year-end 2023. So I apologize about that. It's on a not held basis, okay? That's an order type. Not held basis. It means DRT, discretionary order, okay? You could give me a discretionary order and you say, okay, buy me some beans down here, okay? And I might nibble over here, get out, and then, look here. So these are beans at the beginning of the year here. We open in at 8:30 a.m. It's one of those sessions here. I got a couple tiny ones here. You can see we're coming down again. Is this going to be like corn? And down here, longer term, I don't know. I think it's positive, but there are a lot of there are. Oh, and the farmers got payments. Okay, I got to go back and look at that, what that payment was. Here, this one right here. See this little brown trend line? See that right there? Here, it kind of missed here, but people buying it possibly. Oh, I know what they're buying it off of. Actually, here, hang on a second here. Okay, here, this would be a little downside look. Okay, so your levels are in the right-hand column here. If they're on here, I mean, there's, you can't keep up every single chart here. You could, if you're willing to pay for it here. Okay, here's the March wheat here. This is a little tiny. Here we can see what happened right there. Okay, you got somebody kind of nibbling at it. Okay, where'd we close? 507. Interesting. Looks like a pretty good level to me right here, right now. Here's gold here making a new high. Gold came down here. You can look at this. You had 2 levels here. You had 3 levels here. This will be a level that I have drawn. Here's another trend line right over here, and then this one right here. Okay, that one, everything's got risk here or something like that, but that's gold here, and now we're up $72 here. Beginning of the year, man. There's going to be new money that's, in my opinion, in my expert opinion, they're going to be buying the piss out of these metals, okay? But it's going to be trading markets. Here's the S&P here this morning, first day of the year. We have not opened here. Bottom right-hand corner here, 7:26 is the time. See it right there? So, and then the top of these are, these headlines here. This is what it is. Gold, okay? All right? And then here, March, okay? So that is corn here. What do we got here in May? Okay, this would be May. Actually, you know what here? Somebody just did an option spread here. Okay, so this spread is at minus 12 cents, call it, okay? This was where the old one went off, okay? Huh. So somebody bought some calls like except these. Oh, no. No. Hang on, it was July sub. Okay. Here, I just paged back here like this. What do we want? July sub. Okay, so somebody did an option trade here. And I work with some other floor traders, in the same network, shall we say, that send me information on players. So anyway, so this is July corn minus sep corn, plus 6 cents. Okay, so somebody was buying some stuff up here. Okay, so here, let's look at it a little bit longer term. Okay, there you go. Got it? So, so it's reasonable. If you get any kind of squeezes, okay, if Trump gets somebody to buy beans, well, here, this is corn. Okay, let's leave this off. Oh, yeah, what's crude doing? Crude down 50 cents here, okay? That's a look there. I got nothing here, okay? Let's look at the S&Ps here. Okay, I'm sorry, the NASDAQ. These are ENQ is March NASDAQ futures. Well, I trade the Qs. Okay, let's do business, and I'll put the Qs in front of you. If you have a lot of money, no problem, okay? I will get that information to you, but otherwise, these are the futures contracts. So what do we got there? 733, okay? Things are changing now, okay? Some of these values are changing. So we just went up to 743 here, okay? So 43 and 33 or 35, okay? And then we got these 2 levels here. Listen, man! Early in the day, if one was to sell this, okay, I don't know. Maybe we go back down and check the study on the day. Maybe we break lower on the day. First day out of the box. Okay, we're going to call this a wrap. What else we got here? Oh, yeah, we're not open. The grains are not open here. So let me get this out. Have a nice day if you need something. Listen, man, you tell me what you need, Say you're a long-term trader. and you're like, I'm not going to spend $200 a month or $350 a month or something like that. Okay, you make me an offer. Okay, I'll get you the information that you need. Oh, I just want to hedge one time at the high tick. Well, okay, we can do that. We can try to hit that. That's a tall task. So, all right, ARP@NASDOG.com. Rule trading excuse adage. When a market comes out bullish or bearish and the market does not act accordingly, then the market is telling you it's been factored in. Always use a risk stop to stop the risk.